Have you ever looked at her, the girl you've been spending time with, and caught yourself wondering, is she starting to catch real feelings for me? It's exciting, isn't it? But also confusing. Because here's the truth. Women rarely say it directly. Instead, they leave behind emotional breadcrumbs, tiny actions, hidden signals, and unspoken gestures that reveal what words never could. And if you miss these signs, you might miss your chance to build something deeper. Welcome to the Beauty of Wise Years. I'm Milena, and today, we're decoding the psychology of hidden affection. We'll uncover the subtle, yet powerful signs that she's not just interested. She's falling for you. Stay with me until the very end, because once you see these through the lens of emotional intelligence, you'll never misread her signals again. You'll begin to recognize how her feelings develop, not in grand confessions, but in quiet details. The small changes in tone, the long glances, the way she treats your presence like it matters. So, take a deep breath. Because after today, you won't just guess anymore. You'll understand her, emotionally, psychologically, and humanly. Sign 1. She opens up emotionally. When a woman begins to open her heart, it's never by accident. It's one of the strongest signals that her feelings are evolving. Think about it. Most people guard their inner world carefully. We don't casually share our insecurities, our childhood scars, or our secret dreams with just anyone. But when she tells you about her past heartbreaks, her fears, or the moments that shaped her, that's not just conversation. That's trust. It's her soul whispering, "I feel safe with you." It's her saying, "I want you to know the real me." This isn't small talk. It's emotional intimacy. And in psychology, that level of openness is a major marker of romantic connection. Maybe she tells you about a tough time in her life, a family problem, a painful breakup, or even something she's never shared before. And then she looks at you, searching for your reaction. That moment means more than you realize. She's testing emotional safety, seeing if you can hold her truth without judgment. When she starts asking for your advice or genuinely values your opinion, that's her weaving you into her emotional fabric. She's saying, "Your thoughts matter to me. You matter to me." So next time a woman opens up, don't just listen with your ears, listen with your attention, your empathy, and your presence. Because that moment of vulnerability isn't random. It's the beginning of emotional attachment. Sign 2. She lights up when she sees you. Have you ever walked into a room and her entire energy shifts? Her eyes brighten, her smile widens, her body seems to wake up, like she just got a jolt of joy. That reaction isn't rehearsed, it's instinctive. Psychologically, it's a dopamine response. Her brain releases a little spark of happiness when she sees you, because you're associated with positive emotion. And here's the key. She doesn't do this for everyone. That spark, that visible excitement, that's reserved for someone who means something. Picture this. You enter a crowded party filled with laughter and noise. Yet, the moment she spots you, her face lights up. She waves, maybe even leaves her group to come over. She doesn't need to do that. She wants to. It's her emotions slipping through the cracks of her composure. It's her body reacting before her mind can even stop it. That's not just friendliness, that's affection rising to the surface. When she lights up in your presence, it's her subconscious saying, "You make my world feel better." Sign 3. She finds ways to spend one-on-one time with you. When feelings start to bloom, her actions begin to change quietly. She doesn't just wait for random hangouts or group meetups anymore. She starts creating moments, little opportunities to be around you alone. Maybe she says, "Hey, wanna grab coffee?" Or, "You should totally come help me pick something out. I could use your opinion." It might sound casual, but there's emotion underneath. Because she's not just trying to see you, she's trying to connect. Think about this. In psychology, intentional proximity is one of the clearest indicators of affection. When a woman goes out of her way to carve out personal time, she's subconsciously saying, I want space where I can just be me, with you. Notice what happens in group settings. She might naturally drift toward you, pulling you aside for private conversations, whispering a funny comment only you can hear, or suggesting you both sneak out for food or a walk. Every just us moment she creates is deliberate. It's her way of testing emotional chemistry, exploring whether this connection could be something more. Ask yourself, would she make this kind of effort if she didn't feel something deeper? Probably not. These small invitations, these tiny plans, they're her heart's quiet attempts to move from friendship to something meaningful. When she looks forward to your time together, she's not just filling her schedule, she's filling her emotional need to be close to you. So when she reaches out, don't underestimate it. Her effort is your answer. Sign 4. Her body language becomes affectionate. Before a single word leaves her lips, her body has already told you everything. Body language is the oldest, most honest language of attraction. When a woman starts developing real feelings, her body subconsciously aligns with her emotions, revealing truths she may not even realize yet. Watch closely. She leans in when you speak. Her knees or feet point toward you. Her shoulders stay open, facing your direction, even in a crowded room. She touches your arm when she laughs, or she sits so close that you can feel the warmth of her energy. These aren't random movements, they're emotional cues written in motion. When we like someone, our bodies instinctively gravitate toward them. You might notice she maintains eye contact just a little longer than normal, long enough for the air between you to feel charged. Or her hand might brush yours when you're both reaching for something, and instead of pulling away, she lingers. If she hugs you and it lasts just a second longer than necessary, that's not a mistake. That's her saying, I don't want this connection to end just yet. Even micro gestures, like fixing her hair when you're nearby, adjusting her clothes, or mirroring your body language, are silent signs of attraction. Here's what's fascinating. According to behavioral psychology, mirroring is an unconscious act of emotional bonding. If she starts copying your tone, expressions, or posture, her subconscious is aligning with you. It's her mind's way of saying, we're in sync. So don't just listen to what she says, observe. Because her words might hesitate, but her body rarely lies. And if her touch, her closeness, and her physical openness keep happening, over and over again, it's not an accident. It's her emotions, quietly asking for permission to get closer. Before we move to the next sign, let's pause for a moment. Have you noticed any of these signs in someone recently? Think about it. Who comes to mind first? Because once you recognize these patterns, you'll start to see attraction not as a mystery, but as an emotional language that anyone can learn to read. Sign 5. She starts using we and our in conversations. There's something subtle, but incredibly powerful, that happens when a woman begins to develop genuine feelings for you. Her language changes. Listen closely to her words because her heart starts to show through them. Instead of saying I or me, she begins to say we and our. It might sound small, but it's psychologically profound. When she says things like, we should try that new restaurant together. Our favorite show is coming back soon. We make a great team. She's not just using words, she's revealing her mindset. She's starting to think in terms of togetherness. It's her subconscious reshaping reality, placing you and her on the same side of life, even in the smallest ways. In relationships, this linguistic shift is one of the earliest emotional milestones. It signals inclusion, connection, and emotional investment. You've stopped being someone she talks to. You've become part of her story. And this shift often happens before she even realizes it herself. To her, we feels natural because she's already picturing you as part of her future experiences. That's the hidden beauty of emotional language. It exposes how her heart feels, even when her mind is still trying to process it. So the next time you hear that soft we, don't ignore it. That's her way of telling you, quietly, subtly, that she's beginning to see you as hers. Sign 6. She's playfully touchy. Now let's talk about something deeper and often misunderstood: playful touch. When a woman starts to develop affection, she doesn't always express it through words. Instead, her body communicates it through small, intentional moments of contact. It's not heavy or obvious. It's gentle, teasing, and filled with emotional curiosity. She might nudge your arm when she jokes, bump shoulders while walking beside you, touch your hand while making a point, or accidentally brush against you, only to smile like it's no big deal. But here's the truth. Those touches aren't accidents. They're emotional bridges. Her way of saying, "I feel safe with you. I like being close to you." This connection feels good. Human touch is one of the oldest languages of attraction. It bypasses logic and speaks directly to emotion. And when it's playful, it's even more revealing, because playfulness is comfort, and comfort means trust. Imagine this scene. You're both laughing, and she bumps your arm just enough to make you look at her. There's a spark, a split second where the air shifts. Her smile lingers, her body stays close, and the moment feels different. That's not friendship, that's chemistry. Even if she pretends it's casual, deep down, she's allowing physical closeness because she feels emotionally drawn to you. And here's something most people overlook. In psychology, physical play is often the gateway to emotional intimacy. Those tiny, innocent touches test boundaries in a safe, lighthearted way. And when you respond positively, it signals to her that the connection is mutual. So if she's finding small excuses to touch your shoulder, your hand, or your arm, it's not random. It's her heart speaking louder than her words. And once that barrier breaks, emotional closeness often follows soon after. Now, here's a question. Have you noticed her touching you a little more lately? Maybe you thought it was just friendly, but what if it wasn't? Because the truth is, the smallest gestures often carry the loudest emotions. Stick with me, because what comes next will reveal the deepest emotional signs, the kind that show she's not just intrigued, she's emotionally attached. Sign 7. She supports and encourages you wholeheartedly. When a woman's feelings start to deepen, her care goes far beyond attraction. She begins to invest emotionally, not just in you, but in your growth. This is one of the most beautiful and sincere signs of affection, because support isn't casual, it's commitment in disguise. You'll start to notice her cheering you on when no one else does. She'll remember the details, your dreams, your goals, your struggles, and she'll remind you of them when you forget. When you doubt yourself, she'll step in with quiet confidence and say, "You've got this. You're better than you think. I believe in you." And it won't feel forced. It'll feel personal. Because when she truly cares, your wins become her wins. Your challenges feel like her challenges. Your happiness starts to matter to her, deeply. You'll see her encourage you to chase what makes you come alive, whether it's your career, your fitness goals, or something creative you've been afraid to try. She'll not only believe in your potential, she'll remind you of it when you lose sight. That's not politeness, that's emotional attachment. And here's the hidden layer most men miss. In psychology, when someone starts to mirror your emotional highs and lows, it's a sign of empathic resonance. It means she's emotionally synchronized with you. She feels what you feel. So, if she's celebrating your small victories, showing up for you without being asked, or supporting you even when it's inconvenient, understand this. That's love in motion. That's someone who's emotionally invested in seeing you win. Sign 8. She gets nervous or shy around you. This one surprises a lot of people, especially men. You might think confidence means comfort. But when real feelings begin to form, even the most confident women can start to act a little different around you. You'll notice her fidgeting slightly, maybe playing with her hair when you're talking, blushing when you compliment her, laughing at your jokes a little more nervously, or struggling to maintain eye contact, even though you know she wants to. That's not awkwardness. That's emotional intensity. Because here's the truth. When someone matters to us, their opinion suddenly means everything. We don't want to mess up. We don't want to say the wrong thing. We care about how they see us. and that care turns into nervous energy. Think about it. She might be completely at ease around everyone else, but with you, she seems a little off balance. That's not discomfort, it's chemistry. It's her heart racing to keep up with her feelings. In psychology, this is called heightened self-awareness in the presence of attraction. It means her body is reacting to emotional significance. You've become important enough to affect her equilibrium. So when she blushes, stumbles over her words, or looks away with a shy smile, don't misread it. That's not fear, that's connection. That's her heart quietly saying, "You matter to me more than I expected." Now that you've seen all 8 signs, emotional openness, joyful reactions, quality time, affectionate body language, the use of we, playful touch, genuine support, and that shy nervousness, you can begin to understand something profound. Women rarely say, "I'm falling for you," outright. They show it through patterns of care, warmth, and emotional vulnerability. These signs aren't random. They're the language of the heart. And if you learn to read that language, you'll never have to guess where you stand again. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just notice the signs, honor them. If she's opening up to you, respond with empathy. If she lights up when she sees you, appreciate that moment. If she supports you, support her right back. Because when love grows in safety and understanding, it becomes something truly beautiful, something rare. Remember, emotions aren't always spoken. They're shown through consistent effort, energy, and care. And when you learn to recognize those unspoken emotions, you stop playing games and start building something real. If this message resonated with you, don't just leave quietly. Let's make this conversation real. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these signs have you noticed the most in your own life? Hit the like button if this video opened your eyes to something deeper. And make sure to subscribe to The Beauty of Wise Years, where we uncover the emotional intelligence behind love, attraction, and human connection. Because once you understand the psychology of affection, you'll never look at relationships or yourself the same way again. I'm Milena, and I'll see you in the next video.